fair enough to say we're all familiar with who Vivek Ramaswamy is, correct? A rising political figure that has captured all of our attention by speaking truth and saying things that many of us want to hear. My concern was mainly, where did he come from? Who is he? What is his political beliefs? What does he really represent? Because speaking to what people want and doing are two different things. Being born 1985 makes him the youngest candidate to run for president. So we all remember this scene of Donald Trump descending down those stairs, right? And I'm sure you, just like I was, thinking this is highly unlikely that he is going to win this presidency. But just as Donald Trump descended down those stairs, Vivek has stolen our hearts and minds with his passionate speeches and his emboldened views. So at 31 years old, he was already on his way to becoming a multi-millionaire. He went from being a hedge fund guy or a hedge fund strategist, analyzing the financial markets and identifying investment opportunity and executing trades. Vivek has definitely piqued my interest because just like Barack Obama came out of nowhere, right? In my opinion, came out of left field, meaning no one really knew who this junior senator from Illinois was. It's the same feeling that I get when I see Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't know who he is and why he's been thrusted into the political limelight as he has been. But he does look like the quintessential family man. You know, he has 2 children with his beautiful wife right here. And he seems like a pretty decent 38-year-old guy. He's got his crap together. He's successful. He's a multimillionaire. He likes to rap. And apparently this whole thing of him rapping and using Eminem's music has gotten him into some sort of weird deal with Eminem. Eminem sending him a cease and desist saying to stop rapping, which I find so petty and childish. Come on, Eminem, you could do better. But the thing that strikes me as odd is he has a biopharmaceutical company called Roivant, R-O-I-V-A-N-T, in case you want to look it up and find out what they do. Now, there's somebody on the internet here that did a whole video on Roivant and what they do and who backs them, which, you know, BlackRock and Vanguard, those groups their names are in everybody's business. And so I wouldn't blame that so much on Vivek, that, you know, he has investors from BlackRock or things like that, because that's just the state of the world we live in. If you want to make a lot of money, sometimes you're making deals with the devil, despite, you know, really knowing what they're going to do. So, but the key information here is that his company really wasn't that successful, but for it to be publicly traded, for it to have all the investments it did, somebody had to have believed in what he was trying to pursue with that company or that business endeavor. But here's what I've learned over my years of life on this earth. In order to become a successful leader at anything, you have to have really strong communication skills. You need to be able to hold people's attention. You have to have adaptability. You have to be decisive. You have to be clear. You have to be thought-provoking. You need to have empathy and a willingness to listen to other people. You need to be a great motivator. But most importantly, you have to have integrity. I feel that Vivek, he seems to have that so far. I don't know much, like I said, about his personal life or his background. And I'm sure, you know, this is something that all the campaign people are trying to figure out. Like, how can we get him? Because this is how politics works. If they can get some dirt on you, it's good. You're good to go, right? But here's the thing. Most of us don't do our due diligence when we're looking at candidates. I just recently, I think just last year, and I know this is going to sound ignorant of me, but I came across this video of Joe Biden, and it said that he had an affair with Jill Biden, his wife, Dr. Jill, had an affair with her while she was married. And not only that he was in some sort of car, or his wife was in some sort of car accident, his previous wife before Jill, and she died, and their child died. And I thought to myself, that's an important piece of information. That how am I just finding out this information now? So what I want you guys to be cautious of is that the media will not tell you things until after the fact. So don't feel too compelled to believe that you're going to know everything about this gentleman up front, because this is how the media works. They will show you and paint the image of what they want you to receive, they want you to accept. But unless you know a person personally, or unless you've done some digging, or you've researched enough, or you have an inkling of distrust, right? Because there's some people that you'll just watch on TV and you don't like them. There's nothing they could say or do to make you like them. They come off wrong. They have an attitude or an air of arrogance about them that you just don't like. And I say trust your gut. Trust your gut in life. If your feelings is telling you not to vote for this guy, don't vote for this guy. But if your feelings are telling you, there's something authentic about the way he speaks, there's something authentic about what he's saying and how I'm receiving the information, then trust your gut there as well. But my feelings right now as it stands is I'm kind of on the fence with him. I want to believe everything he's saying. I want to believe that he's telling the truth about how he feels about the economy and what things he wants to do. Like he mentioned to Bill Maher recently, he wanted to do away with the FBI. And he said that the department was grossly stacked with people. They have over 30,000 or 35,000 employees, and that he feels that it's too much and that the department should just go. And there's enough other departments. There's police, there's, your local police, your local judges, you've got your U.S. Marshals, your DEA, your Department of Justice. We have enough three-letter agencies, basically, is what it sounded like Vivek was trying to tell Bill Maher. And I totally agree with him. And I'm on the fence, Vivek, and I think the only way it's going to convince me is maybe seeing you, I don't know, maybe do a little more for other people. He's got a lot of money, he's got a good life, but I feel like it's just too far out of left field. He just came out of nowhere for me, and I feel very sidetracked. And when I don't know somebody and I haven't seen them and they just get thrusted towards me, I feel there's something sinister about that. I feel there's something planned and coordinated about that. That's just me. But I will keep looking and keep researching for you guys, and hopefully, don't take my advice. As I've always said, think for yourself. That's my motto here. Think for yourself. Go with what feels good to you. And, comment below and let me know what you think of this guy.